Hey, what's up? I'm back. This is part 2 of my first YouTube video. The first part I was going a little too long, and my best friend from next door ended up coming over and talking and stuff, so I ended up stopping it and just kind of cropping it back. So if it stopped right away right in the middle of the conversation, I plan on talking about that here. And this might end up being cropped a lot actually, so I might have like 3 different, because I guess I'm going like really long. I'm still like wasting time right now actually. But I was talking about my grandmother, and I came out to her, and I also ended up coming out to my mom a little bit after that, and it's really hard figuring out, and I understand I do have to be really patient with her, with both of them, because my grandmother like doesn't mess up that much with with pronouns and stuff, and when she does, she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, or I kind of already understand that in the first place, and I try to be, really just, I do that with anybody. I try to like not like give them too much space, because I can realize when they're doing it, when it's ridiculous, but they're my family and they've been around me all the time, and it just took me sitting down and like really explaining to my grandmother for her to understand that, yeah, this is what you need to do to be happy, and I understand. And like I said, it made a lot of sense to her, and she wished she'd saw it when she'd seen it when I was younger, and because she wishes she could have done something about it, because she realizes it does, I don't know. It not really suck, but it's not exactly that easy either. But not to say I have it horrible, because I love being queer. I'm totally fine with that. But yes, I came out to my mother around Thanksgiving, and it was a little before that or somewhere around there, and we didn't talk a lot about it, and it was really awkward, and I kept trying to feel her out to see if she was okay with things, and trying to give her time, and questions, any kind of questions were cool. And my friend ended up going into like the Folio Weekly newspaper we have here, on the front page, trans guy, and they saw me in there, and my grandmother saw it, and we talked about it, and she asked a lot of questions after reading it, and asked me how I felt as a child, and it was really nice. It was such a nice night we had talking about it, and so it's not always that bad, really, coming out to your grandparents. I mean, I know it's hard for everybody, it's a different story for everybody, but I was really expecting a lot worse than I got, in a way, and I know it sounds like crazy too, but I mean, they've, it just, there was a possibility, they couldn't turn out bad. And my mom, like, she says that she like understands, because she like realizes how I was as a child, and it makes sense to her, but she still messes up a lot. And she's got this best friend who like came to Thanksgiving, and when she introduced me as her daughter, her best friend is a guy, he's like a biker guy, long hair, he's older, his name's Leo, and he told her, don't do that. It was really nice. Like, I was wondering what he said to her actually, because like I had just met him, but he seemed like a really nice guy. I wasn't like expecting something horrible, but I was actually thinking he was like telling her, it's probably not the best idea to introduce Dean as your daughter. And yeah, it's still really touchy. But my mom, that happened, yeah, it's like now it's April. Yes, it's April. I'm losing track of time. It's in the semester, and it's crazy. But yeah. And when I first got here, I'm at UNF student, sophomore, and when I first got here, things were weird. It took a while to figure, stuff out with people, and I, thought it was really conservative, and I was scared of like what would happen. But there are, quite a few gay people here, and that was a lot. And even like the people who aren't gay, like they're pretty open minded, and most of the time, the gay people like are just, yeah, assume that, because they have to watch out for themselves, so they assume that people are like that, when really, like, in reality, like, they're not always that bad at all. I mean, like, my next door neighbor is my best friend. She's like one of my best friends. I mean, you know, my roommate who's bed right here, she's definitely like number one. But my neighbor, totally, straight, but has no problem with it at all. She loves it, you know. She thinks it's pretty neat, and she finds a lot of things neat. But yeah, so it was really weird first getting here though, having a feelings out. And I was already really awkward myself, and I guess just needed time to grow. And at this point, like, I'm happy at this point. Like, it took all that to grow, but yeah, not to say that there aren't people who are going to disagree with it, but I think I'm open enough with myself to not take that completely seriously. But even though it is something that's serious, I also know that, like, we all come from different worlds, and they, could have totally been taught that that is the wrong thing, and they had it, put into their heads, that it's wrong for people to be, different from whatever. But in reality, it's natural and it happens all the time, and people just have to, understand that we're all not, the same. Like, if we were all the same, the world would be boring. But yeah, I think that I'm going to finish up here, and it's cool. I'm really excited. I got to do YouTube. I will see you guys around.